Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a nice night, morning, afternoon. For me, it's nighttime, 8:30. This is the last thing that I'm recording tonight before I ship off to bed. This is the last thing. So let's see what dreams may have in store for myself as we listen to a little Snarky Puppy. We're going to listen to this track off of their album Somni, released just last year, 2025. We're listening to the song Waves Upon Waves from the band. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Joe. Joe, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the support. I truly appreciate that as well. I've not really listened to much Snarky Puppy. You know, Lingus, everyone knows that track. That's probably what the song and the performance that kind of blew them up, so to speak. But I've not really kept up with them, to be honest, in any respect. So let's see what they're doing in 2025. It's the first track on the album, Will It Ride? We'll discuss it after. Can I also say, especially when it comes to like jazz, actually, two asides. One, what album I was just listening to today? That's probably one of my favorite jazz fusion albums that we discovered here on the channel. I was listening to Cosmic Messenger from Jean-Luc Ponty. I love that album. I love it so much. There's a sound that he has in there. Bop, 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 bop. You know that song. Okay. Anyways, that's the first aside. I was just listening to that today. And then the album cover. A lot of jazz album covers have somewhat of a similar art style. And can I say that I like it a lot? You'll see the album cover when it comes up here, but I like that a lot. All right, I've talked enough. Let's listen to the song. Here we go. Just looks cool, trendy. That orchestra is lovely. The kick is so harsh. It's a beautiful sweeping orchestra. Acts kind of as the chorus. Bass sensors. They're just masters of their craft. That's nice and violin. Ponte. Heavy but empty that is. Tubular. There's that fun, funky solo. Scared me. I didn't know there were people there. That actually scared me. Yeah, like I said, that's the last thing I was listening to before going to bed. That's the last thing I was listening to before going to bed. And so now we can go to bed. All right. That's it. All right, I'm memeing a little bit, but that was incredible. that was genuinely, can I tell you how long was it? 7 minutes and 39 seconds? Not a moment wasted. That felt the perfect amount of time for the band to build structure, establish chorus with the orchestra, which the Metropole Orchestra, God, just what a wonderful addition. You know, they had a certain big dramatic flair, of course, the strings and the horns and everything. But the way they played during the solos were done with such subtlety that it was really nice as well to hear. Really like that. And there, in the second solo, there was actually quite a bit of ambience in the background and in the room, which was really, really nice to hear. The production on here is pristine. So clean, and if I may, very clean, well mixed, etc. But it doesn't sound artificial. It doesn't sound too clean. It's clean, no doubt about that. It's spotless, but it doesn't sound too clean. You know, like I said, it is spotless, but it's not artificially clean. I need my headphones because we're going to go through these solos here briefly. The main, like I said, that main chorus of orchestra is just big and brilliant, and the band kind of comes off of those sweeps really nicely. I like how I mentioned Jean-Luc Ponty, and we get a violin solo. Solo on the violin is, I'm assuming, because I only see one violin player here listed, at least in the band themselves, not the orchestra. That's going to be Zach Brock. I'm assuming that he's taking lead in that violin solo, which is really nice. Let's actually go through these here really quick. Let's take this together. Okay. So of course, we got the classic, right? And see how the orchestra breathes with the music? Up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think that sounds wonderful. This first solo is really, really nice. The second solo is where things start to get really interesting. Because the rhythm changes too. It becomes deeper, heavier, and a little bit more aggressive. You know, if the guitar riff backed up by the deep, deep dwelling bass. Of course, the drums change as well, which I've noticed as the drumming continues throughout this this piece of music, how it continues to... It starts relatively simple, but then little by little, the groove starts to pick up, and it does so in such an organic way, along with the rest of the music, that's just really cool to hear such clean drumming. And of course, you could apply that to really any other instrument. It's just where my mind goes. But the violin solo was so cool. And it almost brings a little bit of a dramatic flair, right? Especially with that guitar, boom, 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 hitting those deep notes right around it. But it's a really wonderful way how that kind of steeps things into the darkness and then brings it back to light in that chorus as it swoops back up into this chorus. Okay, and then you start to get those fun little synth deep notes, those synth basses. Like, everything is just so perfectly placed. And can I tell you, like, I would definitely understand that some may view this as perhaps too clean, too, you know, I don't know. This is just very well composed jazz music. You know, it's not necessarily relying on improv or that kind of thing, but what they're doing, they're pushing the boundaries in their own way. And then, of course, you get a classic solo here at the end. That sax is just classic. Mixed with some flute, because why not have some jazz flute flipping in there, and then the drums eventually really come to a head here at the end. And in 7 minutes and 39 seconds, I think the track hits subtlety, drama, quiet, rhythm, everything in between, melodies. It really is a very impressive track. How did it begin? Because I got so swept up. Okay, it's just the orchestra. And they eventually lead into everything. I got you. Very glamorous too, there. And they start small. They start small and low, but they build that fire up. And actually, right there, I like how you can hear those keys in the back. I like how you can hear the keyboards just kind of glistening in the back there, very lightly. That's what I mean. There's a huge amount of players on the album, obviously in the song, but the separation in the production is doing a great job of giving everyone a perfect pedestal to stand on, solo, accompany, whatever they're doing, and to be a part of it, not just fade it into the background, but to actually be a part of it and to live and listen the experience, I guess you could say. That's really cool. I have the Bandcamp pulled up here for the album. Somnia is the second collaborative album by Snarky Puppy, the Grammy Award-winning genre-fluid collective led by bassist-composer Michael League, and Metropole Orkest, the Netherlands-based hybrid ensemble renowned for fusing jazz, classical, and popular music on a symphonic scale. Captured live over 3 nights, the project reunites the two groups a decade after their first joint effort. Okay, so that's why. The clapping did scare me in the end, I will admit. Over more than 2 decades, Snarky Puppy has to cultivate a singular identity. It goes on from there. Yeah, this was absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there's more. I didn't know it was that much more happening here. It's by far the most ambitious project we've ever done, and it was one of the smoothest records we've ever made. Every individual team just absolutely did their job with so much care and love, from camera operators to the production team. That spirit was reflected in the room. Really fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hey, you got plenty down here. Anyways, that was enjoyable, huh? That's a good one to go out on, if you ask me. That's a good one to stay in on as well, if you ask me. I would love to hear your thoughts down there, of course, in the comments below. I appreciate you all joining me here today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your upcoming morning, afternoon, nights, whatever it is. Joe, thank you once again for the suggestion. Really, really nice one, that one. Waves upon waves. I'm this close to adding it on my playlist. I'm close. I'm almost there. Thank you for the support as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful one out there. And I will see you all later. Bye.